Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I am currently in my 139th journal. Um, kind of trying a different setup, so please let me know what you think. I just finished a couple days ago the Sunrise on the Reaping book. If you can't tell by my nails, I tried to like match the color cover. But I wanted to do a video about how I journal. So I wrote down kind of everything that I do when it comes to my journaling, and I wanted to go over it. All right, so first off, before you can start journaling, you need to pick out a journal or your next journal in my case. So I have this kind of like secret yet not secret ongoing theme in my journals where each journal has to kind of match with the last journal that I had. So for instance, I have this Hunger Games journal that I'm currently in now, right? And my next journal is I'm planning on, don't hold me to it, but I'm planning on being this journal, which is black. So the kind of like matching theme would be black and black with gold and gold. So it could also just be like hardcover to hardcover, spiral to spiral, soft cover to soft cover, so on and so on. I do have exceptions to this rule. I've kind of talked about it a little bit. I will probably post a video that's like more in depth on it. But I do have what I call exception journals or historical events or special events journals where I will like have a theme, and let's say that this journal didn't really match my theme because it didn't. So let me show you my last journal that I just finished, which was this one. I mean, I guess you could say there's gold, so therefore it matches. But this was the last journal, so not like it's a paperback. It's very small. They don't match sizes. But there it was a special event, which was the release of the Sunrise on the Reaping book, which was the new Hunger Games book. And this journal actually is the first ever Hunger Games journal that I've written in when a new book came out. Because in 2020, I didn't jump out of the current journal that I was in when Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out. And I'm still very sad about it to this day, but I'm giving myself grace. I was not in a great place. And I hope that I saved my spot. Okay, there we did. We did. We got it. Okay. So, now that I picked another journal, which in this case would be this one, right? Yay. Okay, cool. Then we go and number the journal. So this is what I do. Again, this is just how I interact with my journals. So this journal is 139. I named it Hunger Gaming. So I would number this journal. So if I decide to continue with my thought process and stick with this journal, this will be journal 140. And then I have to name the journal. So naming the journal is kind of like a whole process for me. So the name Hungry Gaming is kind of like a play on words with the Hunger Games. It was just like a spoof, kind of satire-ish like idea that I had actually like way back in 2016. So I've been hanging on to this name for quite some time. And I'll kind of show you how I name my journals and like the process that I go through. Okay, so I have all my name ideas currently in this journal. Way back in the day, it was in journal like I think 46. I just had it written down in the back. And then also maybe there was a journal before 46 that I also kind of had names written down. I just transferred them all here so they're all in one. This was my bullet journal for 2021. And so I just kind of have like I come up with some names, like cute names that typically are like inside jokes, like Bathsheba, the one that's in the hole. So filming Catherine just continues and rambles on and doesn't really get to the point. So I'm going to get to the point for you. So I mentioned that I make references to inside jokes in my journal names. I'll do nicknames for my journal names. Or time periods of life that I'm in. I'll name my journals after characters from any sort of media that I like. I'll name my journals after pets that I've had or other people have had. The only thing that I haven't really done with my journals yet in naming them is name them after people, but you are more than welcome to do that if you're so inclined. Okay, so now we have completed step 3, which is naming the journal, and then step 4, we pick out the quote and guardian of the journal. So that's technically step 4 and 5. I guess I was combining things when I was writing this down. All right, so I will kind of give you a sneak peek on how I pick out quotes now. This is relatively new within like the last year. I have this little thing that someone got from like Hobby Lobby back in the day, like it has a 2012 copyright. But I will just find quotes and I will write them in this. So I have about like this many quotes. Oof. This. This many quotes out of it. And then I just like will tear it off. And you've seen me in my journal setups do that. I'll just tear off the page and then glue it into the journal. And so I just keep this in my pencil pouch. And anytime that I find a quote that I like, then I write it down in this and then I have it. How I used to do it before was just kind of like, I don't know, screenshot it or write in the back of a journal, and then I would just have to like constantly take that journal and things like that. It was a mess. I like this way better. So going back to the Journal Guardian, Journal Guardians are quite new for me. I started it in 2023. So I will show you the Journal Guardian of this journal. So this one is guarded by Buttercup. If you know, you know, Buttercup constantly guards people. These last two journals, I kind of had like I would say subpar journal guardians, like for journal 138, Dear Dilly. It was literally just guarded by this like cat with a baseball bat. Um, but it kind of is a callback to my early journals where I had like a journal guardian of a tiger with a flashlight in my very first journal that I consistently journaled in. But so in the year 2023, I used all my past pets and then some of my friends' cats for the Journal Guardians. I'm just realizing I lost my spot. For Journal Guardians, I got the idea off of TikTok, and they were saying that there was an artist, and oh my gosh, I keep forgetting their name. I think it's Austin Keats. I will have editor Catherine, please help us out, help a girl out. Anyway, so you could use like a actor, a author, a I don't know, just someone you look up to, like your parents, your guardians, whoever. Pets, of course, like I've done. Show characters, things like that. Just get creative with it. That's what I do. Alrighty, so number 5, this isn't really written in order because you can decorate the journal while in the journal or have the journal pre-decorated. Like I am about to actually bulk film a lot of videos where I'm like pre-decorating videos for you. So you will notice this background, notice these fingernails, and know that it is March 23rd, 2025 when you're watching the video. But yeah, you can like pre-decorate the journals. Like I did it for this one where I put like a lot of Hunger Games stickers in it. The pre-decoration of the journal or the decoration of the journal before you're actually writing in it can get a little tricky because if you get a lot of ephemera from a certain event that like maybe was unexpected, or you just didn't know that there was going to be ephemera there, it can kind of get tricky on like if you left yourself enough room for it. So I would suggest like decorate every other page or decorate like, every fourth page, something like that. So then you can have room for things. And then also I like to write down lists in non-decorated pages like we have here. So just kind of keep in mind like how your journaling process is, but I know a lot of people just love pre-decorating a journal and then hopping right into it. Just decorate your journal how you like to decorate. There is no rules. It is your journal. This is just what I do. So then I go, once we have, the journal decorated, and like also when I say the journal decorated, I'm not just talking about the inside pages. I also decorate like the front and then the back of the journal, like those cover. Ooh. Okay. All right, so I decorate the front and the back like these covers. So then I do, for me, started and finished, and these are books. Like I started through 3 books, and then I finished 4. And then this blank spot that would be like right here. I used to write achievements, and it would be like things that I achieved on like my to-do list or like goals that I had for myself. Like I know that when I like had those kind of achievements, um, I was like trying to conquer fears. I used to be really afraid of the oven because I used to have hair that went down to my butt. And I was just terrified that my hair would like, I don't know, escape from its like confines of like a bun or a ponytail and then touch the oven and then spontaneously combust. And then I would be bald. And that was just like a huge fear of mine. So like if I, use the oven, I would like write an achievement there. And like I also did it as like the old Xbox achievements where it's like Baku achievement unlocked. Like for the Xbox 360 where it actually had like a little like trophy and things like that. I really like that. Typically, I also do like a sticker or decoration on either side of this, and then I'll write my days written in. So, like this journal I started on March 2nd. And then whenever I finished it, so let's say that I finished it, well, technically yesterday. I haven't finished this journal. I still have like this much to go. But just for easy math, I started on March 2nd. If I finished it on March 22nd, then I wrote 20 days in it. So I was living in it for 20 days. So that's what I did. And then, so I would like write that in between those 2 stickers. All right, and then I would mark out a page for the actually written page. So this could be on like the side of the back cover and then have like all that. I actually have like the final page as the sticker page because I wrote down, I didn't want to cover the decorations that was on the back cover that looks like this. I just think it's really cute. That's why this journal is kind of like sparsely decorated because I really liked this design. But I would mark out the pages actually written. So that would be, let's see, this page. So for this journal, I have been using these like little flower stickers that I've had like, oh my gosh, like since the 2nd grade. Yeah, like, am am I resourceful or am I like hoarding tendencies in human form? But yeah, so these flowers and stickers, I got this idea. This is also new. This started in 2024 for me. And I got this idea from a journaler on YouTube here named Valerie, where she like writes like little stickers and like the days actually written. So I took that because I liked it because I have a journal spreadsheet that I swear I will show you one day. And I like keeping track of the analytics, and it was just easier for future Catherine to keep track of that because right now I'm going through all my past journals and having to literally mark it out. That is a lot of work. And yeah. So anyway, I mark out like the days. So I started it on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, those are all the days I actually wrote. I skipped the 9th, and then I think I skipped the 20th. Yeah, I skipped the 20th again. I haven't updated it, so it needs to be 22nd, 23rd. But then I have it written right here, March 2nd, 2025, and then I will write like when I end it right here. That's just also for future Catherine, because like used to, I would have to like flip to the, or like open the front, see like the date then, and then flip to the back and go backwards until I found a date. And then I also now am writing down all the books that I finished. So then I know kind of the time period of when I read what book. So, I've read 4 books. So Mockingjay, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Order 66, which is not with the theme right now because the other book is Sunrise on the Reaping. So those are all Suzanne Collins, the Hunger Games series books. And then Order 66 is Star Wars Republic Commandos by Karen Travis. I've been trying to finish up that series as well. And so far this year, I've actually been reading like a book I was about to say a book a day. That is not what I'm reading. A book a week is what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So we wrote down the books actually written and made room for the books that we read. And then I pick out 5 letters to tape in the back of the journal. This is also new. This is a this year thing for me. So I graduated high school 10 years ago, and I had just shoe boxes of all my like graduation letters, and I got tired of having shoe boxes. And I thought, why not put them in the journals? And I saw just Celia do this, where she wrote like she has pen pals, and she like would put the letters in the back of her journals that she received, and I thought that's brilliant. So I went through those shoe boxes and I found all the journals, or all journals. Oh my gosh, journals are on my brain. I found all the letters from high school when I graduated, and even some Valentine's Day letters from when I graduated in high school, which I used during the month of February. Obviously, like I didn't write like put letters in this journal; it was way too small. Um, and this journal, since it contains my birthday, I might just put birthday letters because I don't want it to get too chunky, because it is like kind of a hardcover and I don't want to break the spine and just damage its integrity there. But for the other journals, I'm going to try and do around 5 letters in the back. So then I can use up all of those letters from the past, and just have them in like a safe space, because I will always keep my journals and I will always make space for my journals, but now I don't have to make extra space for letters, if that makes sense. And then one day, um, probably like, let me think, probably 50 to 60 or like 50 to 60 journals from now, I will not have to worry about it. So I will be able to not do this step. And then just write in, or like tape in letters as I receive them. All right. And then I didn't do it for this journal. I want to start doing it. I did it for my 127th journal, though. I want to have a journal goal page. So like this journal, oh, I actually wrote in it, so I don't know if I really want to show you. But we'll just do like a little tidbit. I did a March budget where I wrote down like all my expenses, because I am trying to become a budget baddie. I'm watching on TikTok Bradley on a Budget, and then I think her name is Rachel to Riches, but it might be Rach to Riches on TikTok. Um, so yeah. Um, but yeah, I didn't do a journal goal page, so that is like a nice reminder for this journal to have a journal goal page, to kind of like write down what I want to accomplish in this journal and what I want this journal to do to me or for me, and then also write down my expenses in that journal. Um, all right, and then we're moving on to number 10. I write the date and address the journal by its name in letter fashion. So, like I said, I name all of my journals. This one was called Hungry Gaming. So, each time that I start let's get a good, okay. So we'll do this. Wow, look at that handwriting. Ooh, okay. I'm proud of that. Okay. So, you see, March 2nd, 2025. So I always don't do the like second part. I could just do like March 2 to 2025. 1 a.m. Sunday, Dear Hungry Gaming. And then for this one, I did a countdown. So 16 days until the new book is out. In previous years, I also had countdowns. Like when I turned 26, I did like day blank of being 26. And then I also did last year prompts. So in 2024, I did prompts of like every single day. I did have to catch up on days. So like I wasn't writing every single day, but it was like to try and get me to write more in my journals. Okay. So that's how I do my journals. I used to also like sign off on my letters, where I would be like love, like I remember the video that actually just released yesterday about my 2011 journals. I wrote my name in Russian because I was so proud to like know what my name looked like in Russian, which that would be really cool. I do have like someone, when I went to Egypt, someone wrote my name in Arabic, and that would be kind of cool to sign off with my name in Arabic and then just learn how to like write my name in different languages. That would be cute. But I don't do that. That is the idea though. All right. So the biggest thing that I like have seen that is different from other journalers that I've seen on YouTube, is that I journal while color coding. So, and I broke it down for you here. So black pen is everyday journaling. red pen is my main manuscript edit notes. So I am an author. I am writing my manuscript that might be my debut novel, we hope. And so those are the main manuscript edit notes. And if I'm working on a project for like, you know, a camp nano, even though I don't support the organization anymore. But if I'm working on a project, like I will like write down and just say like, you know, edit notes on blah, blah, blah project if it's not my main manuscript. So, and then green is video games being played. So like for me, that would be Pokemon and Minecraft. If I just like have things to say about them, because if I wrote them down in black, even though it's like an everyday thing, even though I don't play video games every day anymore, like it's just kind of nice to know like, oh, I'm talking about Pokemon, especially like, or in Minecraft where I'm like, oh, I did this, or like my house blew up. It's like, what? You know? All right, so light blue is scene ideas. And this could be for any book. It's not just for my manuscripts. So just any scene idea that I have that could turn into like another book. And then this like is a little, might be a little bit hard to tell, but this is a dark blue and it said story/book ideas. And then purple are dreams. And then pink are books that I'm reading. So the one thing that I noticed is that I don't really have a color for shows. So I do have like a light green color that I kind of just use for whatever. So I did when I was going through a rewrite of my book and I sent it off to the alpha readers, but at the time I thought they were beta readers because I didn't know how much damage there was. I did use the light green for the their like commentary, their notes on like each part, and then the red was my notes and what I thought. And then I also have used like light green for shows I'm watching or movies that I'm watching. Or sometimes I'll just be like, I'll write like in big, like this, you know, like how I journal. And then typically I do like a little line with like dashes through it. And then I'll be like, you know, I'm watching this show and then like my thoughts on it because I don't watch shows that often. Okay, so I also highlight a line above and below the date. So we kind of saw this on like the first page that I was showing you. So, you know, it says March 2nd. So I do like a line above and below the dates. And that is because it has been a nightmare going through my old journals. Because I don't know when the dates are because it was just, you know, written in black. It's all black. And it's just, oh my gosh, you know. So it was a nightmare trying to find out when those journals ended. I started this color coding process, 11 years ago? 2014. Oh my gosh. So like 2014-ish, I think. I'm like seeing the journal. I think it's a wolf journal like in my head right now. So but yeah. Okay. And then I highlight a line and a half before and after each starting and ending of a book. So let's go back to when I finished the ballot or the Sunrise on the Reaping. Okay, this one's a little bit chaotic. So, but yeah, it says I have finished Sunrise on the Reaping by Susan Collins. So I always like write when I said like I am starting Sunrise on the Reaping, I wrote the author name as well because sometimes there's like multiple titles. So I didn't do the Dear Hungry Gaming because actually this is a journal within a journal. I didn't write on the 20th, but I did finish the book on the 20th at this time, like 12/13. So I will screenshot times of when I finish books, especially for like the journals. Okay, so we are wrapping up, guys, I swear. All right. I put small stickers on the back to count the actual days that I wrote. I actually showed you guys that already. And then on the same on the same page, I write the start and end date of that journal. So that is also new for me. So I already showed you guys that. And then once the journal has ended, I write the number of days that took place. I showed you like where on the back I do the 2 stickers. And then I said, you know, if I ended it on like the 22nd of March, it would have lasted 20 days. So I'd write 20 days. But I know that I haven't written like 2 of those days. So I would actually write, you know, like actually written 18 days on the page with the flowers. Which I don't know if I've already said this. I think I said this in like the journal setup video. I chose flowers for the flower meadow in the Hunger Games with Rue. I'm not going to give you spoilers, but it's emotions are high. Okay, so All right, if the journal has a bookmark or tie, then I'm putting an old charm into it. So this one actually has a very unique one. I've never seen one that is a complete loop, but I can show you one that I've done it. Okay, this one's kind of chunky. She is, I don't know if you guys recognize her, she is 137. Look how big she got. Look at that triangle. Look how big she got. She can't even close anymore. Like, I have to have books on her. And that's because I put a lot of Valentine's Day cards in, and then some of the Valentine's Day cards were very chunky. Like, look, that is a Valentine's Day card. That is huge. But that's fine. Like, I'm not complaining that people love me enough to get me Valentine's Day cards. I'm just stating that's why she's chunky. But I did write, so I did go through, I've been downsizing my house. And so I have been going through like old things and stuff. So this was a charm that I had and wore when I was in elementary, and it's a little heart. So I like tied it off here. So I couldn't do it for this one, which is kind of okay because I don't have like a lot of Hunger Games charms and I wanted it to be part of the theme, but I can do it for this one. So if I find like an old butterfly charm, I'll probably put that on there, but I highly doubt I have one. Okay. So let's see. Be sure to write typed or done above poems, comics, or scene ideas. Okay, so I didn't really talk about comics in my color coding, but comics would fall under the light blue because it's like a scene of a comic, if that makes sense. And like by comics, I'm not talking about like DC Marvel type like overarching storylines. Not like that. They're literally like Sunday comic jokey like comics that I have. I wanted to have a web. I actually do have a website, but I wanted to have a like website dedicated to my comics. And that's still a dream that I have. Is that like I'm going to doodle, illustrate, and publish all those comics on my author website. But that is for further down the line. I'm not there yet. Okay, the last one is Doodles and Tape-ins Welcome. So what I mean by this is I'll show you. So basically what I mean is like ephemera. So this is actually my best friend David wrote down a little like recipe for buns that we did for my birthday party. That was actually yesterday. And it was like we had a Hunger Games cookbook and we took some recipes and then made it and like had a party and we said like costumes are welcome. But anyway, he was writing down like, some notes from the recipe while he came over and helped me cook. And then he actually crumpled up the sticky note because he was like, okay, we're done with that recipe. So like, I want to keep him straight and whatever. But like, I will tape this in. So I will show you. I have some already taped in. So like, here are the other ones that I've already taped in. And then I got daffodils for my birthday for my parents. So this was like stuck into the planter. So like I like peeled this off and then taped it in here because it is my birthday month and like I have been celebrating my birthday. And then like this is from another birthday present that I got. So I thought that was like really cute. It was a smiled on saber-toothed cat skull model. So yeah, like that. And then when I was younger, like if you watch my used journal collection, 2011, you'll see that I doodled a lot, a lot. I would love to get back to that. And like I just found a new journaler here on YouTube. I'll have to find her name and like put her editor Catherine here, please. But then also put her in the description and just everyone that I've talked to, I'll like put in the description or talked about. I'll just like put here in the description for you guys. But she was showing off her high school journals and she just doodled so much in high school. And I just was like, oh, I wish that I like had allowed myself to doodle more because I, fell into that trap that we call adulthood. That's like, oh, I can't have fun anymore. I can't doodle. Like it's not, But anyway, so like yeah, I do have a hard time doodling with like lines. I have like a couple journals where I have doodled in the lines and like made it part of the doodle. So let me show you that. Okay, so here's the one that I was thinking of. So yeah, it was like supposed to be like a cat climbing up like the blinds. And then just some other doodles. This was 2020. Um, everyone was having a really hard time. But yeah, like I was trying to use up some pages, so there it was. Let's see. Yeah, like just song, like little funny bits. So yeah, but that's like kind of like the doodles. Also like some other ideas for you guys. I used to do this, um, but I don't do it anymore. Is that I like wrote down my schedule for like, so these are classes. Um, so I'll probably do this when I get back to rad tech school. But here's an idea. I don't know if I gave you enough time to look at it, but I wrote, so this is 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then the week, and then I did like the week of the month, so like December 2nd through 8th, and then I wrote down like, I don't know what Act 3 means. I don't remember it, but I color coded it. And then I like my classes, and then like my work, and then I don't know what Patterson means either. I have forgotten those. So, but let's see. Yeah, like just more like capstone. These were like little like social events, and then I also had them color coded. So like work is in brown, classes are in purple, except for this class, which is orange. I don't know. Oh, these are deadlines. So capstone, and then it says capstone due. So just things like that. Just to kind of like help you out there. So this is crazy. Oh, you guys saw this bullet journal being made. So this is NaNoWriMo. Anyway, this is that journal. Like, wow, look at that. Okay, anyway. So that's how I journal. I always, like a little ephemera, little events like this, use in this. More so like also here's like an idea for you guys. So I went to the midnight release of the new Hunger Games book, right? Here's some paper that I got from that I couldn't tape into the journal because it's front and back. And I didn't want to like just fold it in the journal and have it loose. So like a good idea is just you take like a random scrap of paper and then you tie or like tape it down around, and then just stick them in there, make your own pockets. So that's just like a cool little idea of like also how I journal. I used to do that a lot more. So just things like that. There we go. And then another thing that's changing this year is that I have a huge goal this year to use up as much ephemera as I can. And like I say that and I kind of sparsely like decorated like this journal, but like look how chunky she already turned out to be, and I'm not even done with her yet. So I am being mindful of like how I journal. And also I was mindful that like I would probably get like a lot of material for this journal because it is my birthday month, and it was so it was dedicated to a midnight release. This was my very first midnight release. Ooh. So things like that. So another like new thing that you'll probably see in my journaling now compared to then was or is that I'm going to try and decorate my journals a lot more and use up a lot more ephemera. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and remember to always find a reason to write. I hope that you found this helpful. All right, bye-bye. Okay, so I ended this whole video, went and like decorated this whole journal, and then realized that I forgot two things. So one thing is that if I have a journal with pages like this that look kind of like this, I will leave one page blank so then I can see it undisturbed. The other thing is that I also will, I don't have it in this journal, but I will write in the back. So after, let's see, like after my days written and things like that with like my books, I will write down songs that I've been listening to. And then I'll like heart, ones that I like and stuff, just because I like to keep track of when I'm listening to what song. And then also for holiday events, I'll cover it up. But like, I said that this was my birthday month, so I like will either do stickers like in the corners, but I just started doing washi tape, so I have washi tape here. And I'll write down what people gave me, so then I can look back on it and be like, oh wow, I had that for this amount of years, or like this is the person who gave it to me, or things like that. So I'll also do that for like Christmas, graduations, like other kind of events and things like that. Um, so sorry that I completely forgot that. I The list that I was reading for you was the list that just was off the top of my head, and I remembered I do more. So, all right, now go off. Remember to always find an excuse and a reason to write, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.